Next, we will start on our 6.3 presentation of Proclamation designating the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2025 as National Safe Boating Week in Lake County. Vice Chair Rasmussen will be reading this proclamation.
Is there anybody here for this proclamation? We have our sheriff who is in charge of our Marine Patrol.
The superintendent, sorry.
Yeah. A proclamation of the Board of Supervisors of Lake County designated the week of May 17th through 2025 as National Safe Boating Week in Lake County. Whereas National Safe Boating Week is observed to bring attention to important life-saving information for recreational boaters so that they can have a safer, more enjoyable experience out on the water throughout the year. And whereas in the calendar year of 2024, the U.S. Coast Guard reported 564 fatalities in recreational boating accidents, which is a decrease of 11.3% from the previous year. 377 of these fatalities were due to drowning, and 319 of these boaters were not wearing a life jacket. And whereas the U.S. Coast Guard statistics show that drowning was the reported cause of death in 3 out of every 4 recreational boating fatalities, and that 87% of those who drowned were not wearing life jackets. And whereas Lake County Flotilla has continued to provide free life jackets to youngsters by participating in community activities which promote child safety and educating the boating public in safe boating practices. And whereas Flotilla 0808 of Lake County will continue its efforts to educate the boating public by resuming safety patrols, free life jacket safety checks, and to encourage boaters to practice safe boating habits and to wear life jackets. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of Supervisors of the County of Lake does hereby designate the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2025 as National Safe Boating Week in Lake County, and urges all users of Clear Lake, Lake Pillsbury, Blue Lakes, and Indian Valley Reservoir to safeguard their lives by wearing life jackets when boating and exercising safe boating practices and boating responsibility. Passed and adopted this 20th day of May 2025 and signed by our chair, E.J. Crandall. And I just also wanted to thank our sheriff's office who runs our Marine Patrol. And I know in addition to the Coast Guard Auxiliary, they do a lot of safety and public outreach, and they're out there on the lake 365 days a year, maintaining safety for our public. So that's very much appreciated. Thank you. Sheriff, would you like to say anything?
I'd like to thank the board for bringing the proclamation and helping us with this. I think education is the most important thing. We have a lot of bodies of water in Lake County, a huge lake. We've had a lot of tragic events, and the more we can do to make sure that people are boating safely, the more we can prevent tragic events from happening in our lake. So appreciate all the support and from the board. Thank you.
Any other comments from the board?
I think it's important to have safety on our lake, not only for the individuals themselves. It's a tragedy if somebody dies from being swept up in the waves or falling out of a boat, or a boat having a bad situation of sinking or whatever the case might be. I know I've seen folks at Redbud where their boat went down and they were able to make it to the shore, but not all people are able to do that. There's times where we have whitecaps out there and there's a current, especially if the dam is open as well. And so I think that for the safety of the individuals, and also for one bad thing happens that reverberates and potentially impacts the amount of people that want to recreate in our lake as well. And so I think having these proclamations and the work that your Marine Patrol does is critical to making sure that people continue to use our lake in a safe way. So thank you.
It's wonderful to be able to let you guys know how much we appreciate you being out there and keeping our waterways safe and keeping our visitors and our public safe. So thank you for what you're doing.
Just considering the Catfish Derby this weekend, you know, lots of white caps, you mentioned it, and big catfish. So, you know, got to make sure you're safe so the catfish don't pull you in, right? That too. All right. Anyone from the public? All right. All right. We'll bring it back to the board, take our picture.
Thank you.